Hey, my name is Mike, and I was the founder of Stark Raving Sports. Something that I have been asked repeatedly since day one, really, is how this channel came to be. I decided it was time to finally tell the story to anyone curious enough to find out how Stark Raving Sports, a pretty good YouTube channel if I'm allowed to say so myself, formed and got its start. This is going to be nothing like a typical piece of content from us. This video is more for just anyone who's interested enough to hear the story of our start. Also for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel of their own and picks up any ideas from what happened with us along the way. At the time I had started to piece the idea together, I had never really seen anything on YouTube like it. I mean, a group presenting sports content with more of an emphasis on comedy than most other channels really wasn't a thing. TPS doesn't count. I wanted to go with the group format rather than just doing it myself, like let's say 5 Points Vids, because I also wanted to give competent individuals a chance to be a part of a team, and in a way, give myself some new content creators to watch too. But in order to understand why Stark Raving Sports exists, you need some context about me. I've been fascinated with YouTube and how it works like being a YouTuber since I was very young. As a kid, I had tried my hand at various facets of YouTube. A lot of failed experiments on different types of content to make. In terms of Stark Raving Sports, there was really only one net positive of anything I had tried for YouTube beforehand. I stumbled upon a small Black Ops 3 zombie stream in late 2016. I really liked the streamer, and he was someone that I definitely wanted to approach or at least get to know. It worked. This guy and I started talking on Twitter, and we discovered a new common interest, the New York Mets. The streamer's name? Big Friendly Giant, who you now know as SRS Matt. Fast forward about 6 months, I was growing really annoyed with YouTube's state at the time. This was the era of the glowing fire knives and the "we are number one" memes, to put it into context for you. So needless to say, content creation and viewing for that matter were at a low point. Now, I remember the next point of this story very well. I was just laying in bed one night about to go to sleep, and I was thinking about this old YouTuber by the name of Leafy is Here. Yeah, that guy. I was just thinking about before his channel really took a big turn for the worse. He had a really good thing going that a lot of people enjoyed. His commentary was clearly something different than you see news networks and sports analysts talking about, even if you gave them the exact same subject matter. And that's when the idea hit me. The idea of sports analysis centered around a fun and humorous delivery that could also work with a typical audience of YouTubers and change how they look at sports talk. Once I got to the point of deciding that if I didn't actually pursue this, I would regret it, I dedicated the next couple months to figuring out, okay, how am I gonna make this work? Out of nowhere one day, the idea just came up in conversation between Matt and I. I quickly just gave him a basic summary of the concept, and I remember he was just like, I'm in immediately. I still joke with Matt by saying I never officially invited him, but I was like, I trust Matt, he'd be good for the channel, yes, I have my first team member. Here's where I'm gonna get into a big lesson for anyone creating a YouTube channel with the intent to turn it into a serious thing. Get help and think outside the box as to how. I made sure that we were set on not just team members, which I'll get into in a second, but also things most people, including myself, wouldn't have never even thought of at the beginning of this. I knew an artist and graphic designer by the name of Vaporal who has been on this channel in the form of a guest before. Good guy, been friendly with him for a little while now. I knew he knew a lot of people from selling custom art for people, so I basically just explained the premise behind the channel and just asked, hey, is there anyone you know who you think would be good at this sort of thing? Near instantly, he said a guy named Hayden Dale. I got into contact with Hayden, eventually talked to him on Skype, thought he fit what I had in mind, and boom, we're up to 3 members. I had seen one of Vaporal's early commentary videos as well. I don't even know if it's still up, by the way, but Vaporal featured a guest who went by the name of Reginald Wolfhausen. He was a voice actor with this beautiful British accent who gave off almost like a Colossal is Crazy feeling of what I thought he was potentially capable of. So I just brought it up to Vaporal asking what he thought of Reg and if he'd be a good fit, and before I knew it, Reg was part of the team too. We then all formed a group chat and set June 1st, 2017 as the day to get the ball rolling on our channel. So June 1st was when we started, like, existing. But now just for the fun of it, I'm going to talk about a couple things that are kind of crazy in hindsight that contributed to our growth and set the framework for what we do and have now. The channel carried on with just the 4 of us for a little while, but I'd say everything really changed when I was recommended to watch this channel that was much smaller at the time than it is now, named Urinating Tree. Of course I fell down the rabbit hole of watching Tree's videos, and we got the crazy idea to DM him on Twitter and ask for an interview. Tree was down, we did it about 2 months after we started posting, and we're still friendly with him to this day. Then, fun fact, Tree also suggested we get in touch with this guy who it turned out had been commenting on a couple of our videos. I don't know how he found them honestly, but his name was 5 Points Vids. I don't know if you know who that is. We've like never worked with them before. And then in September of 2017, we posted a video that's kind of the bane of most football fans' existence, and 5 Points was a part of it. Not very long after that, Reg and I made this video that was kind of like a tribute video to EDP. And EDP, I sent it to him because I tagged him on Twitter. He posts the video to his channel, DMs me on Twitter that he's gonna post it to his channel, and I remember freaking out like, oh my god, EDP is posting something that we made to his channel. And we did get a little bit of subscribers from that too, because thankfully he credited us in the description. Honestly guys, I had no idea we were ever gonna get a following like this. I really appreciate every single person ever who has at any point helped our channel out. I'm not even gonna name names because I know I would definitely miss someone, but I most of all want to thank every viewer who continuously watches our channel day after day after day. The people who support us day in and day out are people I'm really thankful for, and I know I say this a lot, but honestly, I don't say it enough, if that makes any sense. You guys are a huge part of what keeps us going and how we're going to continue posting content for you guys. So yeah, that was the story of how we got our start. I could have never predicted what was to come, even after we started the channel. Thank you for watching, really appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, all those things, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
I call the shots, I run the balls, I'm Michael Jordan. Hit it with a little bit of push and a little bit of pull when a goddamn mic recording. I bring the heat, I rep the east, I'm like the south. I don't even know what to do with the gold that I get, bitch, I'm Michael Phelps. I'm like LeBron, I get the gold, I'm Sherry Khan, you'll carry bronze. I'm Randy Moss, I'm Mary Khan, my game on Royce, I'm Barry Bonds.